Hello everyone, my name is Veronica.
And I'm Mason Josh.
And we are
The Hair People!
The Hair People. And welcome back to our channel.
Yes.
Today is Mason's National Day.
It's Mason Day!
It's Mason Day!
Yay!
And he will be showing you haircuts step by step.
Yeah, so I'm going to take Maiko and we are going to do a really nice soft, kind of mid-length kind of bob. And a little bit of shape around the face, and I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide of how I do it.
I'm really excited to see it. It's your time.
It's my time. But before I show you, give us a thumbs up and maybe subscribe.
Yes, and follow our Instagram to see more of us.
Yes.
And me.
Okay. So first, I comb the hair back, and then I push it forward to find the natural parting. So I always usually cut people's hair in the natural parting because this is where it's always usually going to fall, and this is where people are going to wear their hair. So I make everyone's life easier, cut it in natural parting, this is where it wants to go. Okay, so I section from ear to ear, dividing the front from the back, so I can work in sections and really work methodically to make sure I get everything super clean, super fresh. And then let's be tidy. Let's clip things away that we don't need. Like, this is a beautiful experience for everyone. Yum. Okay, so I divide the back in vertically half, and then really make sure that it's definitely in the middle. If it's not, go back and then just redo it. If you can get all the sections right, then you know the haircut is going to be like perfect. And then take a small section from each to then start the haircut and clip that baby away. And you really need to make sure that every section that you cut is wet. Everything is just super wet. And so now I'm placing my fingers with hardly any tension. The only reason my fingers are there is to make sure the hair doesn't slip away. Like, I'm not pressing on the hair at all. It's literally just placing the hair so I can make sure I cut a straight line. And then I point cut to make sure, because basically Maiko has so much hair, so afterwards I'm going to really thin it out anyway. So I don't want to start off by creating more problems from the beginning. I'd rather create the line so much softer now, so that when I come to texturize it, I've got less work to do. And then check your evenness. So depending on the thickness of the hair, you need to keep taking sections that aren't so thick that you can always make sure your line is going to be perfect. Because if you can't see the guide underneath, then you're going to be cutting any hair that isn't going to be right. You're going to have wonky lengths. And actually, what I want to point out with Maiko's previous haircut is she's grown out a graduated bob. And this means the corners, if you can see, are so much longer than the middle. So I'm actually taking off less hair in the middle and much more hair on the outside, because we're trying to, instead of having an A-line shape, she's going to have much more of a round, cooler shape, because she's with Mason Josh. So clip that baby away, and then spray her some water, get her drenched, get her wet. And then again, no tension, guys. Like, it looks like I'm putting tension on it, but I promise you now, that is no tension at all. She's wet. check your balance. So the reason I'm using my comb here is for even less tension. I want to minimize the amount of graduation I get, so the comb is just there to completely just hold the hair, and it's not pressing at all. Okay, when you come to the sides, we want this shape to be round. So I want to get away from this being A-line, so I'm going to really round off this line. So this doesn't mean I'm taking this line any higher, but I'm not over directing it back to create a longer shape around the face. This is going to be a much more round, boxier haircut. I mean, it's these little details, which obviously this haircut isn't a full restyle, but it's going to look completely different to what she had before, even though we only took off a little bit of length. And it's so much cooler, so much more modern, so much more micro. Okay, you check your balance, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. And now the fun, exciting bit, we are giving some shape around the face. So from the beginning, I am really making sure that this line is angled. If this line is too straight, then this is going to sit so heavy and she's not going to be able to style it the way that I've styled it. So even from this point, I'm making sure that there's such an angle in this shape. So now I've got both sides in, I'm working on one side. I'm working on the heavier side. And once I'm kind of happy with where we've got this really nice shape on the face, I'm actually going to connect it to the rest of the hair, just so it does blend and it's not too heavy. So now I'm angling much more down to make sure there isn't a disconnection between this fringe and the rest of her hair, but I'm really making sure I'm saving her corners so we can still have this really cool boxiness around the face. It doesn't make it look too old-fashioned. And I'm doing exactly the same on the other side. So check everything's happy. I mean, at this point you could then go through and take more off, but I'm completely happy with this. And then in terms of styling, you can go through and give it a completely straight blow dry and then check if you've got graduation or check the balance is right. But because we weren't taking so much hair off, I just want to give her the sexiest look I can, so I'm giving her a wavy blow dry, but you can still go through and check it. And I like to use a different variety of texturizing. So I never really use texturizing scissors. I literally use different texturizing methods using my normal scissor. So I can chop into it, I can slice it, anything to kind of break up this line. Again, we're breaking up this line, but I still want to keep weight in her hair. So I'm not completely taking all the weight out, we're just breaking up the edges.
Wow, that was super satisfying.
Wasn't it?
It really was. Me and Jabba were watching you from the corner, like, wow,
yeah.
So talented.
I mean, that was a very different change of pace, I think, and if you did like watching a step-by-step guide of what we actually do, then comment below and we will do more.
We'll do more.
Maybe even Veronica will give you like a step-by-step colour.
Yes, if there are at least 1,000 views of this video, I'm gonna do step-by-step colour by Veronica.
Lovely. And give us a subscribe, like this video, follow our Instagrams.
Follow our Instagrams and let's stay in touch.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
Probably next episode.